Alright, what's up guys, this is Dan here on behalf of EUScene doing our second Pre Reflex interview, and today we're joined by two members of the new apeX.Pro squad. Guys, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yes, my name is Zach Palace and I go under the name gamertag Riddlez.
My name's Tom True and I go under the gamertag of Tommy.
Alright, cool. So your most recent roster change is replacing McGee with Black, and having played against both of these two, they both have a similar defensive play style. Some would argue Black has more experience at a higher level. Do you think this will be a problem, and how do you see you guys getting on at Reflex?
Obviously, yeah, we have a big, there's a massive thing about experience with McGee because he's not as experienced as Ellis, but with regards to McGee and the lands he's been to, he's paced really well, bar obviously EGL Loughborough, but he came top 8 at his first LAN with the free-for-all, and obviously EGL London, he came top 5, so obviously there is a big problem with experience, but he's really good at what he does. He's a smart player, everyone knows he's he's really good, so with Reflex I'm expecting him to do exactly what he does online. I've got no fear whatsoever.
Sounds good. What about you, Tommy?
Pretty much what Zach just said. I'll argue that in a way, the way McGee plays, it helps us out more. Like, because when we played with Ellis, sort of a bit too defensive.
Yeah.
So like, but with McGee, he knows when to like push up and he can do it well. Like if Zach can't, like if Zach's dead, McGee will push up and take over his role and so on. But we've only really played with him for like a week or so of like solid games. So yeah, but at the time being, it's going all right. So I expect us to do as well as the others.
Good stuff. Hopefully it goes well on the day. So you two been teaming for quite a while now, and together you both attended an MLG event and COD XP together. How was this? Well, how are both of these as an experience, and how did these events differ to EGL, Reflex, events like that?
Yeah, well, me and Tom have been a team just over a year now. I would say we got him in January. Obviously MLG and COD XP were probably the two best events I've attended. I mean, it's hard to like which ones were better, but I mean, because being in LA was the first time I was actually in America, and Tom will be first to tell you how excited I was. But the event itself was yeah, woke up and like Tom would be like, "Yeah, Zach, where are we?" And I'll just like get happy and say we're in LA. But we was like, obviously the event itself was absolutely amazing. Orlando, the event was really good as well.
I'd argue and say Orlando was better though, to be honest. Because we went to like, I don't know, we had like 5 days there. The first couple of days we just chilled by the pool with the managers and all that. Then we went to, where was it? Universal
Orlando,
Studios.
yeah.
Yeah. And the hotel we were staying at was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty much more or less a 5-star hotel. It was immense.
So from playing against obviously a lot of American teams whilst you were at both of these events, do you think there's anything us as EU teams can take from the Americans, like their way of, their outlook of the game, or the amount of practice they put in?
I'd say what we realised on Black Ops was before we went, we didn't really get much time to practice with the PS3 for MLG, and when we was playing American teams, they all used to use the same loadouts because of the FAMAS. You could run a flag with a FAMAS, so they'd all use the same loadout. They were all versatile, so if the flag runner died, the next person will push up for the flag, and the other guy would get the support role and the camping role and so on, so it would be constantly rotating. Yeah. We only picked up on that near the end before we left. Couldn't really get that down, but not really sure, to be honest.
Okay, so on to Apex now. You've been with these for a while, and what has it like been playing for these guys? Now obviously they fund you for the events, but what else do they help you out with? It seems like you've got quite a good kind of relationship with the managers. Like from the pictures I've seen, it seems like you get along pretty well with these guys. So what's it like been working with them?
They're probably the best managers I've ever had to work with. I mean, it sounds cliche, but they actually do treat you like a family. I mean, at events, they make sure you've got water and you've got enough food, and I mean, at Orlando they were buying us food and stuff. Even COD XP they were paying for drinks and stuff.
Example of that as well is Reflex.
Oh yeah, Reflex, they pretty much bought the whole shop.
Yeah, and then while we was at the event, they must have bought about 50 Red Bulls and stuff. And then when we got back to the apartment after going out, they bought us and stuck it in our fridge, like bread, milk, cheese, ham, and everything, so we could make stuff to eat when we were there. So
pretty much
stuff
that's
like
like, they went to the shop and they came back with like 2 bags full of Red Bull and Coke and water and stuff, and they said that the shop had no more Red Bull because they spent about 100 euros on Red Bull and stuff. It was absolutely insane.
The other positive with this org as well is that with the managers, usually like every other org I've been in, it takes a while to contact like the higher up people and then constantly talk to them. But like every day, the manager just comes on, asks how we are and all that, and asks if we got any problems, stuff like that, and just tries to help out us anyway.
So I'm guessing you two are going to be looking to stay with these guys as long as possible. Alright, good. Now, the next question I'm sure a lot of people on Deserto will be able to relate to, and this is, well, I know Zach, you go to uni. How do you balance a social life, you know, education and playing at such a high level? How do you feel that sometimes you'll neglect a certain one of those to, you know, make up for extra time on the Xbox? And do you feel it's affected the other two negatively?
I feel like we try and like arrange like before, like at the start of the day, if everyone's on Skype, we'll try and arrange if we're scrimming on that night or playing anything. But I don't really know. I'd say like if anyone's out, don't mind. Like Zach's always out on like a Wednesday, and like I'm usually out on weekends. But no one in the team minds. Like if we have to sacrifice a day going out just to like get a bit more practice in and earn some money for a weekend, like we're all willing to do so. Because we're on a wage, so we can't really like.
Yeah, I mean, Tom pretty much hit the nail on the head. I mean, obviously, me and Tom, like, we're old enough, so we want to go out and do this and stuff. I mean, with uni for me, like, there's certain days that our student nights here, so everyone know, like, the whole team know, I might not be on a Wednesday or Thursday or something. With regards to, like, the uni work, I've always balanced it out from when I was in college, like, doing like however many assignments I had, I'd always like spend that in a couple of hours and have a couple of hours in the evening and just like doing that, rotating it during the week and going out and seeing my mates and going to dinner and like spending time with my housemates and stuff. So like even though like there's the whole like stereotype where you spend hours and hours on end on Xbox, but we actually don't. Actually,
Yeah,
like, I don't know. It's hard.
We've played with each other for like a year, Rod, what you said. So it's like a case of we have to constantly play, because all we need to do is just go on and then just like try and remember what works best for us.
Okay, that's good. Now, back to the gaming side of things. You guys used Gunchy at the last Reflex event, and now he's going to be attending with Infuse. Now, how do you think they'll get on, you know, with Gunchy, having seen how he played? How do you think Infuse will do? And what are your top 5 predictions for the event?
Oh, not really sure, to be honest.
Sure, they'll still do really well with Gunchy.
Yeah. The only difference is though, like with when we were playing with Gunchy, you sort of took the defensive role, didn't you? And he played more of
Yeah. I actually decided to take Ellis's role and played more defense. Gunchy did his normal of aggressive role.
So he's got like a bit more experience of what role he's playing. I suppose he'd play like fine with Infuse, but haven't they got a pickup going with them as well?
Yeah, I think they're going with T1, aren't they?
Oh yeah, T1. Yeah, I'm not really. They're on the other side of the bracket, I think. We've come out pretty lucky with the second seed, because I'd say we haven't really got any of our top 3 predictions on our side of the bracket who we'd come up against. But I'd say it would just be usuals at the top. I'd say be Infused, Zen, Tafarico, Yin, maybe LLL, and ourselves. If not LLL, then I'd say is that Ecstasy team.
I agree with Tom here. I'm expecting to see us Infuse, Zen, Yin, and fourth is I don't know, fifth is like quite debatable. I would say it would either be Ecstasy or I actually do think LLL will have a good event this time around.
Yeah. Are there any teams that you see that are maybe not as recognised in the community yet? You know, you think they could do some damage and could get themselves a good placement. You know, like an underrated team.
I'll say Ecstasy. I mean, online, like they would. Everyone knows. Everyone calls them like connection-based team, but I reckon they'll pull out some good results in the bag and stuff. Yeah, I think just XC are probably one of the main ones, really.
Okay, so now we've got some questions from the community, and the first one is from Doing. Firstly, he asks, what is the largest investment you've made with your XP winnings, except your hospital bill, Tommy? And how much was the hospital bill in the end?
Hospital bill I think was around $3,000. I haven't actually paid it yet. I'm in contact with the actual hospital though, because I shouldn't have actually even been in there for like what was wrong with me.
No.
Yeah, definitely will be. But I've actually spent all of my XP winnings. I gave a large sum to my mum, but then I've spent TC cost 1,200. I've got a car, or I will be having the car. I don't know. I've just been buying like random bits.
And Riddlez, what have you done with your XP money? Do you still have any, or?
Yeah, I've got bit left. I bought a car, a Corsa for about 1.5, and my insurance came to 800, so that's roughly just over $2,000. I gave quite a lot, a sum to my mum, and I've spent quite a bit on skydiving. Like I put a deposit down to go to Seville in April to go spend a week out there skydiving. Hopefully, I'll get my license then. Yeah, just mainly just that, like car, skydiving, going out.
Okay, the next question's from Wilkes. He asks, if you could have a LAN anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Australia.
Oh, I don't know. I hate the long flights. Cannot do them.
Yeah, but I suppose you could just like say that you could stay out there for like a week and a half before. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, but I don't know where I'd really want one.
Either Australia or somewhere in like UAE, like Dubai or something. I don't know.
That would be madness.
Dubai would be cool.
I'll go with that one.
Okay, now the next question comes from your teammate McGee. He asks, how does it feel to team with the best AR on Call of Duty at the moment?
Been teaming with him for about a year.
You boy. Yeah.
McGee's he's getting there.
Okay. And the last question is, this one's for Tommy. A lot of people want to know what your opinion on Harwood is. Do you think there will be any physical confrontation?
We got him first game as well.
Tom will
It depends. I told him if he tries to chat like he did online, then I'll have to say something back to him, and then whatever happens from there.
Okay, could be interesting. Okay, guys, well that's it. Do you have any shout-outs?
Shout out to Apex and their sponsors,
Apex
Gaming, the Certo Crisis team, the blokes, Ellis, Toby, McGee and Gotargo and Tech,
Sam Jones.
Sam Jones. That's you, Tom. That was you, Tom.
Yeah, that was me. Check out my stream.
www.twitter.com/apex_Riddlez.
Okay, thanks for your time, guys. Once again, this is Dan on behalf of the EUScene. Please stay tuned for more interviews and gameplays. Goodbye.